Into this, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, I want to talk about Katt Williams on Joe Rogan's show. Now, Katt Williams, I believe, was on Joe Rogan's show in the past. I think this is a new video where Katt Williams is now back on Joe Rogan's show, and probably the reason why, because he went on Shannon Sharp's show, and that video got like 60 million views. And Shannon Sharp cut about 30 videos from that one interview, and then another 60 million on a 2-hour interview. And so everybody named Mama want to get some, some action, for lack of better terms, with Katt Williams.
Well, what I would say, though, is that Katt Williams was supposed to be, when Katt Williams was in all of that trouble with the community that wear the yarmulkes, when he was in some trouble with that community, Joe Rogan had someone else on his show, and that person asked him if he would have Katt Williams on his show. And he said, you know what, I am going to get Katt Williams on my show. And since then, he got Katt Williams on his show. I'm appreciative. I'm just waiting for Joe Rogan to get Trump on his show. That's who I want you to get on your show, Joe. Not that he's listened to me like, man, I'm just waiting for Van to tell me whoever he wanted to get on there, because that's what I'm going to put on there.
So I want to go through this clip. I didn't watch it, so we're going to watch it together, but I heard that he said some interesting stuff about the community. You know what I'm talking about. And I wouldn't look past him being the one to say it on Joe Rogan's show. And shout out to Joe Rogan, man. I really respect Joe Rogan, and I like the platform that he's created. And I think a lot of people probably want to emulate that platform of just having real conversations with real people without all that. I mean, this ain't no crazy broadcasting, right? It's not movie scenes and clips moving. I mean, I think he probably got one producer. He should be an example for you guys that you don't need to have all that stuff together before you make your podcast. Just start making a podcast. He made a $200 million contract. He wrote a clip.
Like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. And everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully.
Boom.
That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual.
We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach.
Of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
What the holy what? You have to kiss somebody's butt ring? What is a butt ring? You know what? I don't even want to know. I cannot afford to have that show up on my algorithm, bro. Don't even want that showing up, like, because when you're flipping through your phone and you're trying to be entertained by all this stuff that just pops up in front of you because AI done already matched you with certain types of things based off of what you've watched before. So some of the weirdest things can pop up, and we're wondering why in the world is this popping up on my phone? It's because you're weird and you've watched weird things just like what's popping up on your phone right now, or you've had a conversation about something, a product, a service, or something, a place, destination, a trip, in the presence of your phone. And apparently these devices are, okay. They said something about needing a roof. Put some roofing companies in front of the algorithm. What else? So I heard something about a faucet. All right, we got in kitchen places that we need to put those up there, okay? Okay, they talking about getting a new sofa, new couch. Okay, we're gonna put some furniture places up in there in front of right in front of your phone. Man, I just now was talking to somebody about getting some new furniture. So this type of stuff shows up on us. I don't want ass ring from a transgender to be showing up on none of my algorithm. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. You hear him? You hear him?
Why does he say it like that, man? Katt Williams can be funny without trying to be funny. I can't. Why is that? I was not expecting him to say that. He had the kisses. Oh my God, boy, he gonna get canceled so hard off of this. It's insane.
Really?
And it said both of those things will become popular in the future, and that
In
somehow
the future,
calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
okay. Katt Williams is speaking so relaxed when he communicates. He think fast and speak slowly. He looks over to his left for confirmation. Who the hell is that over to his left that he keep on looking at? Are they holding up like index cards or something, letting them know what to say next? What's going on? He is really laid back. And what's wild is he's an extremely energetic comedian. Now, he does communicate about stuff. He's like a black George Carlin. He is, though. They say that Dave Chappelle is. He is as well. Let's just say that he is as well. But I love the way he tells his stories.
Let's just
Katt be saying stuff that I'm like, wait a minute, bro. This dude on planet Earth, or he got some deeper knowledge or something.
We got some good weed, Katt.
this must be the weed talk.
Trying to figure out how to jump in on that.
Look at all that smoke.
Which is my only goal.
I always wonder whether or not all the stories in the Bible, it's just where we are experiencing it. Like the mark of the beast thing that we were talking about earlier. If that is not, I think if you had to tell a story for so many years, before anybody ever even figured out how to write it down, and you're telling a story about a civilization that allowed people to put brain implants in them. And then all of a sudden the brain implants were hijacked by machines and people became just meat zombies controlled by corporations.
Pause, bruh. People became meat zombies. Pause, bruh. Pause.
That would be the mark of the beast. That would be a demonic thing. If a demon tricked human beings into wearing a hat that turned you into a zombie, that demon would be like a famous character in books and folklore. But that demon exists.
One thing about these conversations that people don't give Joe Rogan enough credit. The brother comes up with these different ideas and topics, subtopics based off of whatever they're communicating about, and then he'll introduce a new topic based off of whatever they were just communicating about that most people do not know a great deal about, but he do. Not sure how he knows all this stuff, but he knows. He definitely knows.
This technology, it just shows itself through this desire for the newest, latest innovations that are going to constantly fuel it becoming more and more powerful. Until one day it tricks you into letting it into its head, like a vampire. Like the vampire stories, you had to let them in, remember?
You do have to let them in. You do have to let them in. I do appreciate them having these type of conversations. I actually watched the entire conversation, and some of the parts of the conversation I had to watch twice because that's just how my brain works. My brain is like, okay, Van, did we hear this part yet? Because I'm not taking any notes while I'm watching it. So like, Van, did you hear this part yet? And if I don't remember hearing it or I cannot explain what it was about, then I will watch it again. I will listen to it again. So just for like, I will listen to an hour and 40 minutes. And then I'll try to on the next day, I would try to go back to a part that I remember or that I was interested in from the day before. That's where I want to pick up somewhere close to the hour and 40 minutes. Next thing you know, I don't find it. So I end up going all the way back to an hour and having to play the whole 40 minutes that I already played again and continuing on. And remember, this conversation is like 3 hours, but I really appreciate what both of them bring to the table. It's a really dope conversation, whether or not everything they're saying is fact or theory or whatever it may, some of it might be conspiratorial. I don't know, not sure. But I do know that their intent was not to be that. Their intent was to discuss some topics that aren't ordinarily brought up in regular conversation. And they're doing it with two individuals who are avid readers and avid listeners to audiobooks and whatnot. And this desire to know more about how life works and how this planet works. So when they ask these type of questions to one another and they're just, entertaining one another with the answers, it's dope. It's dope to see. I can only imagine what it's like to be one of the producers of Joe Rogan's podcast and just being in the room of all of these high quality conversations, because that's what they are. They're high quality conversations. Not only high conversations, because, with the weed and whatnot, it makes it a high conversation, but it's also high quality at any event. Please let me know whatever y'all want me to know about this in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van. Now we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for clicking play. Love you. Peace out.